Let me make clear, I am a patriot and I so believe in our military. And I want the strongest, most well-equipped, well-trained, well-prepared killing machine the world has ever known. But with that said, I don't agree with what the Republicans are saying about the military budget that they've come up with. $700 billion, I believe it is. You see, the Republicans have an equation I've never agreed with. And that is, if you spend more money, then the military will be stronger. I totally disagree with that. Let me give you 3 examples. The military is famous for its waste in their budgets. I mean, books have been written about this. You've heard about, paying $1,000 for toilet paper rolls and the rest. And I know what Republicans would say. Well, yeah, there's going to be some of that, but it's going to be less than 2% of the budget. Don't even worry about it. Do you realize that 2% of this budget would be the entire budget of Washington, D.C.? It's incredible the amount of money that is wasted. A second area for me is obsolescence within the military. We hear this too. There's planes, there's tanks, there's weaponry systems that are not even needed for today's warfare anymore. I mean, can you imagine World War II being fought with satellite imagery and drones? Man, talking about a game changer. And so much of this crap is unnecessary, and it's not making our military stronger. And the reality is, these defense contractors have sweetheart deals through the politicians, and so we just continue to pump billions into stuff that we really don't even need. And I realize across the heartland of America, there are facilities where Americans work their fingers to the bone, building stuff we don't need, but we don't need it is the point. So we need to get rid of that. I'd love to hear a general come along and say at some point, you know what? We so respect every penny that comes from taxpayers. I promise you waste has been eliminated. I promise you we're not spending any more money on obsolete equipment or systems. Wouldn't that be wonderful to hear? But you won't. Too many deals going on out there. And maybe the biggest one for me is the area of what is the mission of our military all about? Because I got to tell you, it burns me up to see what our military is doing across the world. They're not nation builders, number one. I hate to see our military building roads and bridges and hospitals and schools, or playing Santa Claus to the kids in the tribes, handing out the candy and, and all the gifts and stuff. That's not what they're meant to do. Do you know what their calling is? What their mission is? Their laser focus should be? And I hate to admit it, it's killing people. That's what they're trained to do. Forget the rest of this stuff. And like Korea right now, on the border, they're mall cops. That's it. I mean, we've been in Korea for 60 years with tens of thousands of soldiers doing what? Just walking the perimeter, making sure nobody's sneaking around the trees trying to get in when the stores are open or closed. It's just insane. And on top of that, South Korea is like an economic powerhouse. They have their own military. They can't be mall cops for their own country. Even funnier is the real threat in Korea is a nuclear bomb from Kooky Head over there. And yet we're packing in soldiers for that event? It makes no sense. So spending more money does not make our military stronger. And by the way, military also is not a diversity showcase. Okay, it's not about making transgenders feel welcome or illegals, or even showing that women can fight as well as men. Don't care about any of that. And you know what? If the next Rambo is a guy dressed up like a girl, cool. Equip him or her. Let's go. We want killing machines.